Good afternoon, guys. This is Paul again. Welcome to Tableau TabPy 101. We're going to begin in a bit, so just stay put and hope you enjoy this.
Hey,
Hello.
Paul. Hi.
Hey, hey, Lisa, how you doing?
Good. How about you?
Been a while, yeah. Yeah, pretty good. How, how's your class been?
Uh, Hair pulling.
Oh man. Yeah, I saw some of you guys. You guys covered so much in like 2 months or less than almost 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot. I mean, it's very fast paced. I mean, I honestly don't think I grasped any of it, to be honest with you.
It's fun
Um,
though. Like I think you guys really. I thought you guys were gonna cover. I looked at it. Maybe you can. Are you guys covering Java by itself or just JavaScript?
just JavaScript.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because
Yeah.
like JavaScript is totally different from Java.
Yeah. Well, I didn't like any of it. What we covered
Okay.
the last 2 months, I didn't like any of it. I was like, I prefer Python and SQL.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Python definitely. That's something that you should. I remember telling you that's the one language that's out there.
Yeah, and I'm looking at. I found a JC that offers it online. I just want to
Oh,
get through this
what did you
class.
find? What
Um,
did you,
I found a junior college that offers the
oh,
Python
okay,
class.
okay,
I just want to finish this class because I don't want to take on anything else. You
yeah.
know,
Oh, you did that. That's really good though. But how many courses did they or like did they offer for Python? Is it like a full year or
no, it was just a 1 semester.
one semester? Okay. Yeah.
Um,
I think it's good. It's better that way when you actually take some of these classes or like some of the programs that you guys are covering can be in one class, really.
yeah, and I think yeah, because I know we didn't touch everything on it, and everything was so high level.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
and I figured, and I took your advice, and so I started looking at the junior colleges, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm like, let me finish this class because this class is very intense, and I'm barely holding it together.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I have 2 kids who are on Zoom because their schools refuse to open. So it's like,
Oh, hasn't
okay,
opened yet? Yeah, it hasn't
no.
opened. Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
my son's going back Monday, no, Tuesday. He's going back Tuesday finally.
oh, that's good. Yeah, because I'm actually tutoring for Java still. She's my other client is actually also in California, so like
Oh, okay.
I don't know if her school is open yet. But then again, like it's a Java class, so it's easy for me to show her.
Yeah, Java
Good.
didn't seem all that interesting to me. I was like, oh, okay, this seemed too intense. And
It's actually like the other besides Python. I was thinking about like JavaScript. I covered in the past JavaScript. It is actually pretty good to learn it too because you deploy things online. Like it's like that one language where you combine it right with HTML
mhm,
and stuff. So like for what we're doing right now, like you have like your local machine running all your software, right?
mhm.
And then you want to deploy it online. So that's the way to do it. Like you can kind of like same with the dashboards. The dashboards can be published online on a cloud, and then JavaScript can be that website where you show off or like you show to your clients like all your
Oh,
all your different products that you've created
mhm.
locally. Yeah, so I think JavaScript is less like it's rare. I don't think I found one in a junior college that teaches JavaScript by itself.
Yeah, I didn't look. I just was looking for Python and like Python, SQL, and Tableau. Those are the ones I have interest in. But
Yeah,
I don't
Tableau is
know.
really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I just this I'll be honest. Like this teacher
Yeah.
was also very intense, and I felt like he had a bad attitude.
Oh, like throughout everything. I thought it was nice, or like I don't know, maybe he was getting stressed or something.
I think he's getting stressed, and I feel like with Tableau, he just kind of punted it, like just
Oh, really?
yeah. And
Yeah,
I was like, oh, I really wanted to learn Tableau, but I don't know. It's been not a great experience,
yeah.
and I'm just kind of
It's
like,
just too fast. It's like one of those things where like you like it. Seems like it's fun, but like
yes,
when everything is like too like rigid, like you're gonna just hate it because like it's just I want to learn it, but can you slow down?
yes, yes, and that's how it's been. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
like this really seems really cool, and this seems to be
yeah,
the wave of the future for things. And like I'm trying to get in on it, at the beginning or
yeah.
middle of it,
There's
and
actually yeah, like if you wanna what's it called? I wanted to with Tableau or Tableau whatever. There's a lot of things now I've seen is like they like to combine these different softwares. Like, I don't know if your professor has talked about that.
well,
Uh,
he probably has. I
yeah, like there's a lot of they call it like a data science architecture whatever. Like
no. Hmm.
yeah, when you go out there, in the industry, like, yeah, right now, obviously you have to learn them one by one, right? Like
Hmm.
in a silo, but then eventually, like, you're gonna have to see like the best of all those software, and then like for example in Python, you do machine learning, right? Like
Hmm.
I think you guys are touching on it already.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, that's the fun part. That's like the most fun thing I think in Python is, and it's actually the number one software to use machine learning. So
Oh, okay.
when there's Java. Java has like jumped in on the gun on like machine learning, like Java, like Java by itself.
Hmm.
And then like I think yeah, so R also does. Did you guys talk about R or touch on R?
Actually, we didn't because we ran out of class time. So he just did a quick recording on it and just
Okay.
told us
Yeah, I
to
saw
watch the
that. There was
recording.
like an R lecture or like
Yeah.
lecture files. Yeah, that's the
And
other one. That R is like the counterpart of like Python. Like I think R was first. A lot of the one thing is the visualization with R isn't as good as Python. It's not as flexible.
oh, okay.
But like to learn both, like if a company uses R, you need to know how to like you do the same thing in Python in R, because both of them can do the same thing.
Okay.
They're really like the one thing I don't like about R is the syntax. It gets kind of hairy. It's like, oh, why are you doing this? Python's like, yeah, it's always easy. Like
Hmm.
when you read it, it's like, oh, okay, this is simple. But in R, you could do exactly the same thing, but there's just more words, more typing. But
Oh, geez.
and then the thing that I wanted to cover today I'll preview it and then we'll switch
Yeah.
screen. Are you good with switching screen? Because I think it works
Mhm.
so much better. Like,
Yeah.
okay, because then I've already kind of like like pre went with everything is already set up, and then if you did it, then it's kind of like muscle, muscle learning or whatever, muscle
Yeah.
memory.
Yeah. Muscle memory. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I
and
don't.
then it worked great with my other client. She's like, oh yeah, this is way better than like me just talking.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Yeah. And I guess before that, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, with Tableau, did you guys touch on the like TabPy or like rserve? I don't know if that's familiar.
No, I don't. I honestly don't remember. Because the first day we had a sub, so I was trying to follow him, and
Mm.
he took a lot of questions, so I feel like we didn't even do a lot. And then the second day, my professor was the one who just kind of like, oh, I hate Tableau, and just kind of, oh yeah,
He
try this.
doesn't like it.
No, he doesn't like it.
Oh my! What industry is he in? I guess like
He's in
oh
aerospace.
oh he's in aerospace. Okay, let me think. Yeah, a lot of Tableau. The thing is with Tableau is you know how like here I'll give you the analogy that's kind of like a summary of everything why you should learn it. Tableau is kind of like the counterpart of Matplotlib and,
Hmm.
or Seaborn. Remember those?
Yes.
Yeah. So Seaborn they're very static, yeah, or like Matplotlib they're very static, right?
Hmm.
And then those is easy because it's local in like Python. But the one thing is like they're not dynamic. So like when you put in and like switch it up with Tableau, you can it's easy to like have the client really just manipulate the data. You don't even need the data scientist there. Because like the data scientists, they know everything about Python, right?
Hmm.
And they're like, oh yeah, here you go. Like the client's like, oh, I want to change something. Like there's something that changed today. They're gonna have to wait, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But then if you have a dashboard, then that's like streamlines. Like they can just change something, and then like, oh, you don't have to, like it's easy. And I think it's really way better than Matplotlib because you could do pretty much the same thing, and then
I'm sorry, Paul.
but
Can you hold on 1 second? My daughter just came in the room. Let me
okay,
check her
okay.
out real quick. Hold on. Sorry. so sorry. So sorry.
No, it's all good. Yeah.
Sorry, it's just me in her home, so I was like, go watch
Oh,
TV.
really? Okay. I guess I want. Do you see my screen, by the way? I wanted to start off with this. Okay. So like this is something. Have you heard of this Tableau conference? I don't know if your professors talked about this. It's like a conference for Tableau. Or I think there's actually a Python conference as well. There's a bunch of like conferences that I think nowadays that they're more online.
Okay.
But anyways, like so this conference in for Tableau, they were talking about like these things, like 4 types. This is a long time ago, but they just came up with it came up again. But 4 types of data analytics. You guys have probably touched on this, but like not formally named it.
Okay.
But this is really nice. Like this really summarizes like machine learning and then kind of like data visualization, because so you see this value and then this is just kind of like a in a business where like, okay, the higher you go here, the harder it is. But then when you get more competitive value though, when you go up. So like in I guess machine learning, you know how in Python in Python where you guys did data visualization, we did like descriptive, right? Like you just showed like a plot. So like Python's really good when you're using like it for what's happening in the past. So they call it descriptive data analytics. It's like, oh, here's a past value, here's some past data. Tell me something about it. So that's descriptive.
Okay.
And then like you guys done this so many times, like, well, you're given like a data set and then you're just analyzing it, right? And that data set can be like super old or it could be current, but it's not like what's happening now, right? So and you can even do it in Excel, like down to the fine grain of, like before we learned like Python, you could do everything in Excel for descriptive. And then you have the second level, diagnostic now. And this is really good because then it goes up to what you did before and then what are you currently doing in the present. So like now, if you think about like Python is good with that, with pandas, right? You could just do the same thing with Excel and then pandas and then graph that. But then you sometimes wonder, it's like, okay, there is some value in these two, but really, like now you guys got introduced to machine learning, you're gonna be in this like more in this realm, the predictive. So predictive is like, okay, now I had some past data. Did you guys touch on like training the data and then?
Yeah, he went into some of that. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. I don't want to go like that gets pretty hairy, but just to like the buzzwords with predictive is, so you train the data, which is like the past, right? You get past data, you train what you have, and once you have that, like you train the model using past data. So once you train the model, then you can test it now, and then that testing model is what you want to like test your model into, like how it can predict stuff. And then I think that's good because it's better than descriptive and diagnostic, because then now there's some value to it, to your client. Like in the present, like, oh, I'm seeing. Do you remember I talked about classification? I think it was like the zoo or something, or like the apple. Like if something, yeah. So you don't have to have past data. Sometimes you don't have past data, right? Like sometimes you just have to use, like you have to predict, like, oh, do you have like can you approve a loan? And then sometimes that one has past data, but then what if it's something like a new organism, right? That's something that you don't have a past data on. So that's like this predictive like power is really nice. The one thing though, the caveat with predictive is what's likely to happen in the future. You always have to train it, right, with past data. Like and then that's where it gets that's how you can classify. You guys talk about classifying, I think. Or did you guys talk about supervised learning?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I'm not okay. So classifying is do you guys talk about clustering?
I think we touched on it.
Okay. So just to make it simple, so there's like 3 different types of machine learning. I'm not gonna define it, I'll just tell you, because I think it's good to know the buzzwords. So the first one is called supervised learning. That's where the classifying is, like, that's the umbrella that it belongs in.
Okay.
You remember doing linear regression?
Yes.
Okay, so regression is also a type of supervised learning. And what is supervised learning? You probably want to like, supervised learning is like you have this past data and then you're trying to predict something. That's really what it is. Like, it's supervised. You have labels. For example, for like classifying, you know what a giraffe is, you know what a hippo is. I want to classify the new organism, knowing those different traits. So you have something to classify. You know what an apple is, you know what an orange is. And here's the new fruit. But so classifying is really like binary, like they call like it's like a label. Like you're not really predicting like a value, right? Like it's more like, okay, I want to know if this is a yes or no. I want to know if this is a giraffe or another animal. So it's just a label. When you're doing a regression, supervised learning, you're getting like a real number out of it. Like if you know how like stocks, this is like the one thing, or weather there's the archetype, the main like example. You know how like in weather you predict temperature or like humidity, right? Those have units, right? Those have like specific units to it.
Yeah.
So with in comparison to like classifying, those don't have units. It's just a giraffe. It's just a horse. It doesn't have units. So that's the difference between classifying and regression. Regression gives you like a unit-based prediction, and then classifying gives you like no units, but it's like category. It gives you a category. But both those two things, like those are like the main supervised learning algorithms. Okay, and then so that's the first one, and that's the all predictive. That's why it's really powerful to learn machine learning. And then the second category or type of machine learning is unsupervised. So there's supervised, and this is with the training data, like past data, and then there's unsupervised. And I guess let me ask you, what do you think unsupervised is? If supervised has training data,
That there's no past data.
yeah, there isn't. So unsupervised, it's really clustering. Remember we talked about k-means or something? I don't know. It was really brief. I think it was like last time, but clustering is when you don't have like, for example, when you're trying to categorize something, and you don't know what a giraffe is, you don't know what a horse is. You're gonna just group them, but you don't know how they're grouped, right? There's no label in how you're grouping them. But you can find different things, like if something is like all red, but you don't know what red is, you can cluster them, you can group them. So like fine grain, like I guess what it is so there's no training data, but you're trying to group things. So that's unsupervised learning. You're still trying to categorize them, you just don't know what category they are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's really what it is, simplistically. And then
oh no, I was just gonna say, so there's just more like more coding you would have to do per se then.
Yeah, it's
okay.
I think so, what's that called? Unsupervised learning, there's a lot of math in it. I think supervised learning has less coding. Yeah, there's less, because usually when there's a lot of math, there's a lot of coding. A lot of programs, they usually touch on just supervised. That's the thing you guys are doing right now, the classifying, and then you already did regression. You just didn't know that was supervised. And,
oh, okay. So, okay. Oh, regression. Okay, yeah, that is supervised. Okay.
yeah, that's supervised. But no, if you didn't touch on machine learning, you wouldn't know that one. But so unsupervised, sometimes it doesn't get covered. It's always good to know what it is. Like, oh, what is supervised versus unsupervised? The one thing that never gets covered, but you'll learn it like later on. But you should definitely, if you have a chance to learn it, it's good, because it's the third thing that like you already know it, but you just didn't know that exists. But you know how like when you play video games, have you played it before? You played it before, right?
Yeah.
It's been a while. But like I didn't know this actually. Like when I found out about it, I was like, whoa, like this is what it is. But when you play video games, that's actually called reinforced learning. That's the third one. I know, right? So let me define it why.
okay.
So reinforced learning is when you have a penalty. I know, it's like, what the heck is a penalty? Like what? So you know how like when you play Mario, you lose lives, right? When you die.
Yeah.
That's a penalty. That's no video games. Like seriously, you're gonna like video games. It's the one thing that makes it easy. Like I always say, like, oh, what is, because there's so much theory in it, but to make it like easy to understand, I always associate it with that. So there's when you program something, obviously programmers still like video games still need to be programmed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the main thing that they're doing. All of that is reinforced learning. There's some things to it where like maybe it's like more just applied to data science. But the two main things that's usually data science oriented is supervised and unsupervised. Okay.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like those are the three, and then
Yeah.
yeah. So predictive.
I like the video game analogy. That's hilarious.
I know. Like that's how a lot of people like. Oh man, I want to get into. There's actually a module called Pygame, or I think it's like Pygames. I think that's yeah. They do a lot of that. Anyways, so predictive, and that's why you have this. And then you're probably wondering like, okay, what's more than that? You know, you have machine learning. What's more than the predictive? Prescriptive now. So this thing right here is like, you already know it. The name itself is just okay. That's what it is.
Mhm.
Is when you're trying to visualize it and also compare it. Because when you're visualizing, you're gonna have to compare it, right, with something.
Mhm.
Because there's the reason why you're visualizing is so that you can get some insight from it. And this is where, so as I said, Python, Excel, all of those are good here. Predictive, this is like Python. You could actually do Tableau for this, but because they know Tableau is dynamic, right? Like,
Mhm.
so you could do Tableau by itself and Python by itself in predictive. But then now, what about if you combine Python and Tableau, right? That's the thing that I wanted to show you today. That's TabPy.
Okay.
So TabPy is just Tableau Python.
Oh.
Yeah. And there's something called rserv. Rserv, if you wanna look into that, it's kind of the same thing. But you know, Python's the better. So TabPy is the one that we use is prescriptive. So like with prescriptive, I know there's a lot of machine learning in that needs to be, you know, like that's why I just gave you the files, the demos. But to summarize what TabPy does is it takes you know, like Python machine learning, right? Like all those like you guys did you guys touch on deep learning?
Mm-mm.
You guys didn't yet?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Not-
I saw a file there outside deep learning. Anyways, yeah, that's another thing. That's like another level of machine learning. So
Oh, that was day 3. Yes.
okay, you guys did. Okay, good.
Yeah, I think that was day 3.
So I guess I can just say something about deep learning. So you know how, just to distinguish it, because a lot of people when they learn deep learning, they're like, what the heck? Like, what is
Yes.
this? There's no traction, there's no granular, like I don't see the connection. But what it is you know how in like machine learning, because machine learning always comes first in curriculum. You always learn machine learning and then deep learning next. Machine learning, you're manually pre-processing the data. Like you're manually like seeing, okay, this is a apple, this is an orange, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're like that data scientist is manually doing that, like typing those things in and then, you know, pre-processing the data. With deep learning, it's automatic. It classifies itself. That's really like the power of it. And then like, let me give you the application. So with deep learning, because like this is the, like once you learn, like know, it's like, oh, that's what's involved in that. I don't, have you driven a Tesla car before?
No, but I've seen them and I've been inside of my friends and
Oh, you've seen it. Okay, in action.
yeah, and it's like a
I know it's super great. My previous boss, like I had a chance to, you know, not drive it but be in it. It'd be nice to actually look. He
it's
showed
like a
me the autopilot or whatever, the auto drive.
Mhm.
Yeah, do you see that?
Yeah, it was a little freaky.
Yeah, and then it recognizes all the cars, right? Like that's
Yeah.
on that screen. So anyways, so with that, that's actually deep learning. Like it knows where the cars are. It does the distance. It will teach itself, you know, how to drive, right? Like
Mhm.
how does it teach itself? By classifying what's in the surroundings. With the cameras. The cameras will do like it's kind of like face recognition, but like background recognition. And it will like it's like a 360 loop. Like it will classify and it'll say, oh, is it wrong? Then it comes back. It's like, oh, this is not a car. This is not, you know, there's a wall in front of you. So it comes back and it's like, oh, you should stop, you know. So you know, you're obviously not telling it, oh, stop, you know, because there's a tree there. It's automatically doing that, and that's all deep learning. And that's real. And then the other thing is, I don't know if you've heard you know Watson, or like the like those chess players, whatever.
Yes.
You can teach an AI to play chess, right? Or
Mhm.
yeah, that's also deep learning.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I know, like the applications are like really endless. Like there's a lot, because like if you think about the weather, you still need a human to do that for you, right? Like the weatherman
Hmm.
tell you, oh, by the way, tomorrow. But what if they program someone to do that for them? Like you don't need someone to interpret the data and say, oh, is this right? Is this wrong? Sometimes it doesn't work. You still need humans really to classify. With deep learning, like obviously self-driven cars, that's already working. That's like one of the first applications. And then like playing like different games, because there's a certain like sets of rules, right? Like it doesn't really change. So yeah, like so deep learning is like that. And then so I guess going back to like the reason why we why Tableau and then Python is really good is, so with Python, you have the whole like machine learning in it, right?
Hmm.
And then so that machine learning, I don't think you can do that in Tableau. That's the thing. Tableau, you can visualize. It's meant to visualize. The whole company is pretty much like driven by, let's do everything in visualization, like what Excel does, but without the, like just the graphs. So you can like really use Tableau to just output like your machine learning, like because at the end once you do the machine learning, you're gonna get a table, right? Like you're gonna get like this set of like classification or regression,
Yeah.
and then if you wanted to mess around with that, I mean, yeah, you could just plot it in Matplotlib, but then what if you can just like output everything in like Python, or like input everything in Python and output it in Tableau, and that's the essence of TabPy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, let's actually start. Maybe like with demo one. I'm gonna stop sharing. Let's start
Okay.
with demo one, because this is really one of those great things. I don't know if you guys did cover it, but that's what they're doing nowadays is they're trying to combine these different types of software, and then really like the hardest part I think is just making the connection between like two softwares, because you have already learned Python and then you've already learned Tableau. The one thing that's different is some syntax, but it's pretty much the same thing. Like there's a thing in Tableau that allows you to input Python scripts.
Oh, yeah. He showed us that, and
Okay, that's good.
then he was like, "But you're not going to be coding much in it." And we're like, "Okay."
You will though, you will. But anyways, I wanted to tell you, are you guys using Tableau public?
Yes.
Okay, let's actually, I found a great way, because I think this will be a really good thing that you can use like now, because the main the main ID or the main version of Tableau that people are using is the desktop one, or the server, whatever.
Hmm.
You can actually get a free copy of the desktop one. And the desktop one, it has all of the capabilities. The public one is like limited. That's why.
Oh, okay. So look into getting the desktop version.
Yeah, I'll show you right now. It's really fast. Maybe you should share your screen first, and I'll tell you how to do
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah, this will be really good if you have it like on your hands, because then you can play around with it, and then once you can tell someone you know how to do it now.
Okay. So here's my public, and then like here's my Google Drive that I saved everything to.
Okay, perfect. Let's set it up first. Try like, I guess Google this. I forgot the website actually, but I mean, it is in Tableau. Just to put in Tableau this desktop student version. Did you guys get a student email from this program by chance?
No.
Okay, I think it'll be fine as long as you put in the name of the program, or like the university.
Yeah,
Okay,
because we didn't physically go to campus.
it's fine. Try click on student Tableau.
This one right here? Oh, right here.
Yeah, I think it's that or the other one. Let's look at, there's two, the Tableau for students. Oh, actually, maybe it's the other one, Tableau for students.
Ah, okay, let me go back.
Oh, it's right there. It doesn't matter.
Okay, oh, wait. Where'd it go?
I click on that one,
This one?
just go forward. We'll figure it out. Just go forward.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And click on this one, get Tableau for free. All right, here you go. So yeah, just try to fill this in and it should send you an email link with the product ID.
I'll use my maiden name. I'll use my Yahoo. I'm in process of transferring over to Google, so.
No, I have both too. Okay, yeah, see, it says school name. I mean, they rarely even like check anyways.
Do they check?
I put in my other school name, so let's see though. It would be good if it works. So just put in the school name here. It should be.
Oh,
here.
wait.
Yeah, it's right there.
UC Irvine.
Here you go. I mean, learning on my own. That's what I put, or as part of a course. There you go.
Verify student status. Okay.
Let's see. Cross your fingers. What is that? The complete version. Please submit any document that shows your name, specific affiliation. I see. Yeah. Do you have a program where they send you an email or something?
I mean, I just have my bootcamp login.
Yeah, that one. I think if you go to the link, yeah, where you guys get your class files, that might work.
The GitLab?
Yeah, or anything that can confirm that you're affiliated with the program. How can you confirm that?
I could do this one, or I can do this one.
Is this one? Let me see. Oh, so you have this? Okay, try
logging in with this.
Yeah. They want you to upload a document, so it has to be something that we have to upload. Let's see.
Billing?
Sure, yeah. Do they have like a class, not syllabus, but roster?
I don't know. Oh, wait, what is this?
Check on that one. It's probably just the PDF.
That's my invoice.
If it has the name, let me see, it should have the name, obviously the name's there. Okay, this is good, yeah.
Okay, so let me minimize that. It's right here. Nope. Oh, I hate when I have to share and it just gets in the way. This right here.
Okay. So let's see, ID card with expiration, transcript with other school issued. ID card with, obviously transcript with current course. You guys didn't finish yet, right? Obviously.
No.
Yeah, it should be other. Yeah, just put that in there. Hopefully you don't have to wait.
Oh shoot, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Okay. Let me save this to my desktop. Fine, choose different folder. Ah, darn thing. Okay, let me see.
Okay.
Download file or choose file.
Okay, let's see. Or yeah, submit for review. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh geez. Okay.
Or what about this? Download the 14-day trial. There you go. Click on that one so we can actually like, it's the full thing. It's just obviously if you want this part permanently, then just click on that link later on.
Okay. Oh, business email. Oh, okay. Wait. Just put in my Yahoo one.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is fast. Okay. Man, you have a really fast computer. Mine's actually
Yeah.
took 3 minutes.
I hope so.
Dang, that's good.
I mean, and I have a few ghost emails, so I can go from
Okay.
one email to another if I need to.
All right. Well, okay, that's done already. I was gonna say let's
Okay.
download the other one. Let's click on this and actually confirm if it has the full capability.
Did I not click on open when done? Oh, opening when complete. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, what happened?
There should be a prompt box. Okay, it's loading. Okay.
Oh, it looks like it's
Oh, there
loading.
you go. Yep. This is the one.
This one? Should I check it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. All right, install.
Mm.
This should be the same version. I think it should be the same. It's
Do
the
I want
same-
it? Do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Yes or no?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
As long as you can click on the calculated field, and then you can. That's the main thing. That's where you're gonna put in the Python script.
Oh, I have to reboot my machine. Ugh. No, I don't want to do that.
Computer segment and run setup again. The previous installation required the reboot. Okay. So you have to reboot to get this in effect.
Yeah, I don't want to reboot it. Or if I reboot it, then do you want to come back on Zoom?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine for me.
Okay.
Just let me know. I'll be in it already, but
Okay.
let me know if there was some hiccups there. It should be fine. I think after this one we'll download the TabPy. Cool.
Okay.
See you in a bit.
See you in a few. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Okay, please work. Let's just stop sharing. Come on, quick. It says it's installing.
Okay, so I guess it doesn't matter then.
I don't know. It's almost done. I'm just
Okay. I didn't have to actually restart my computer for this. Usually it's just like those big softwares where you have to do that.
Yeah, it's almost done. It's like the last little.
Okay. Let me know when you get like an icon.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. It's thinking.
Okay.
Let me minimize everything here. Oh, I think I got an icon.
Okay, so it worked then without rebooting.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, hold on. I think it's opening. Let me go back to sharing my screen.
Okay, this is good. Yeah, I don't think you have to reboot. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh.
All right, perfect. Yeah, this is the one. So you have to, let's say start. Yeah, just register and then start trial now. Yeah.
Okay. I'll just do this one. Oh, darn it.
Yeah, that's weird.
Analytics.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what you put, actually. It's just what it's like boilerplate.
Analyst. Sure, I'll put my phone number. Next time I can use my son's phone number.
Okay.
Hang on tight. We're
Let's
activating the trial.
Once you get the product ID, you click on the activate Tableau at the top. Like I think after this, you can probably go to help and activate. Let's see. Okay, this looks good. This is exactly the same as I see it.
Okay.
And let's just click on the snowflake thing on the left, like up on the top of connect, between connect.
Oh,
yeah,
right here?
yeah. And then click on help. Okay, let's go to settings and performance. This is where you're gonna do the, like, I just want to see if it's in there. Okay, it's in, and then click on manage analytics extension connection. Perfect, yeah. So you see this, we're gonna click on that drop down, then you see tab pi. Yeah, this is where you're gonna set up the connection so that they can talk to each other, but we have to download tab pi first.
Okay.
Okay, so this, I think this part is easy. Let's go to, do you remember going to Anaconda? The prompt for like Python, and it's been a while.
Oh yeah, that's been a while. I did it in my virtual environment, I thought.
Which one is that one? The Git bash?
Yeah, Git bash.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, because you have to do the pip install. Pip install tab pi. Let's see if it works here.
Like that?
Yeah. Let's see. Thinking, I think it's, yeah, there you go. I know, like a lot of these things, like they're really just in there. You just have to install them, which is really great because you can pretty much modify everything, you know, in what you're doing. Because a lot of developers are creating their own. Like TabPy is I think made by Tableau, and then I guess someone just wanted this one day. Okay.
Thinking.
So like your professor did show you guys how to do the Python script?
Yeah, he showed us.
Was
it
it
was
through
like-
TabPy? Like was that the way he did it?
I don't remember how he did it. He pulled out, like, he had a file open, and we were well, I'll just go to this one. Let me see, because hopefully it's open.
Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Okay. How does Tableau public?
I'm sorry, what?
Is this are we in the desktop one?
Oh no, this is public. Do you want me to?
Yeah, I don't think you. Yeah, try opening it in the desktop one.
Okay, let me open. What can I open? Oh, here, I'll open.
Yeah, you should be able to open everything from public.
Let me get to my GitLab. Let me see, Tableau. Oh, here it is. Let me try this first one.
Okay.
Oh, it says complete. I don't remember it.
Yeah, I think that should be. What was it, like a drop down thing where he had to input some Python?
Yeah, he did. I don't remember how he went in there, but it's like format or something. No.
Does calculated field sound familiar or something?
Maybe.
Okay. Let's let me see. You try click on the, let me see. You see that the search and then there's a filter icon.
search and filter icon.
Let me see if the reason why I can actually do this. Here, try approve this one.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Let me see. Okay. So this thing right here.
Mm-hmm.
So what was it? Something like this? Or
yes.
okay, good, perfect. Yeah. So this is the way. So he did have tabpy, because how would he type in? Because this is where you type in Python scripts. Everything that you do in Python, you put in here.
Oh, okay. So then
we'll do that later, like after we get tabpy work, because it won't work without tabpy.
Okay.
Yeah, you can pretty much do like, like NumPy, like, you know how like in Excel, you can create your own like function, right? Or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could do that, but then you have more versatility with like Python, because then you can bring in machine learning functions. And then from that, you could do NumPy and then the output is going to be some matrix. And then now you can use this table calculations here, which is, you can't do in Python, obviously. All right. Let's see if the tabpy work, or is it loading? Oh shoot, what is this?
Oh my gosh.
Let's see.
This does not look good.
I think I was expecting it. Did you get something kind of like this? If there's let me see, the last thing that's not red. It's like create a building wheel for twisted. Okay, error. Okay, requirement. Do you have? Let's actually open up Jupyter Notebook. You could also do it there.
Okay.
I mean, like this is like the more the rigid way, but Jupyter Notebook you can install Pip install as well.
Oh, do Pip install for Jupyter Notebook?
No, just do Jupyter. You have Jupyter Notebook, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but we'll do the Pip install there. Hopefully, it doesn't output the same thing. Okay. All right, let's open up like a new sheet or a new notebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think you don't have to download anything ahead of time. And then let's do that one, yeah, and then Pip install.
tabpy?
Yeah. Let's save this one.
It's thinking.
It shouldn't be, let me just look at this. Install tabpy. It's really just that. There's shouldn't be any error. Pip Python -m pip install. I don't think you have to do that. Download Python, tabpy. Okay. Okay, well, why is it taking so long?
I don't know.
Usually it should be the same pace as the other guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's still thinking because this. Oh, there it goes. Oh, it's done.
Let's try click on or try scroll.
Oh.
Oh, command error out, errored out with exit status 1. What is that? Try scroll all the way down. Twisted. Base process. Internet. Was it requirement already satisfied? Oh, it's already satisfied? Try scroll all the way down. Try type in tabpy on the next one. Let's just see if it. Oh, it is required. Microsoft Visual C++ 14 is required. Yeah, let's just type in tabpy first.
Okay, and hit enter
Yeah.
or shift enter.
Okay. It's not there. All right. Command error out. Do you have Microsoft? Is this Visual C++ 14 is required?
No, I have this Visual Studio Code.
Try type in this instead. If this one doesn't work, try type in here. I'm gonna just put it in the chat. This conda.install instead of like the pip install, just type in conda install this guy.
Oh, wait, do I need to do that in the virtual environment?
Just put it in here, the Jupyter Notebook,
Oh, okay.
and then the exclamation.
Oh, oops.
Or let's see. It'll output something. Using Anaconda. There's also another one. If this one doesn't work, there's this guy. Thing is, I don't understand the error. What is it? Command errored out with exit status 1. Check the logs for full command. Okay. Microsoft Visual C++ is required. Get it with. Do you have like your Visual Studio? Why would you even need that? Do you have a 14.0 version?
My Visual Studio. Let me see what it is. It's this one right here.
Yeah. Is that the latest one?
I don't know.
Okay.
I downloaded it at the beginning of class. Let me see.
Let's see.
Hello, open up, wake up.
Okay. Try look at the it should be a help version. Yeah. The about, or let's see. Yeah, it should be an about. Okay. Date 12/14. It says 10. Okay, let's just see. This shouldn't matter though. Let's look at what it says on the Jupyter Notebook.
It's still thinking.
What in the Try to delete that and then put in the exclamation point. Okay. Let me actually search this error that you're seeing.
Okay.
Microsoft or error command. Okay. Have you used Pip Install before? It worked before? Okay. Because sometimes, yeah, if it worked before, then this doesn't make sense.
It's still like thinking.
My goodness. Let's try try to do the other one. Like erase this and do the Python, the other guy. The Python pip install, yeah. That one works. For this
This one?
yeah.
Okay.
Someone said here is an issue with the wheel tools. Let me look at this. They have the same issue. Okay, someone said here that you have like a old version of pip. So maybe that's the one.
Okay.
Let's see. I didn't have to update pip at all. What version of Python do you have? Is this the latest one?
I don't know what version I have. It's
This pip usually comes with the Anaconda. Try to, you know this the third code block. Try put that in the virtual environment. Both of them are loading now. I don't know if it's gonna load at all.
okay, sure. Should I
Yeah.
just close this virtual? No. Should I just open a new virtual environment?
You can do it here, but I think try to close those code blocks, the one that's loading in Jupyter Notebook.
Oh, okay.
The ones that, yeah, those are, just erase them. Okay. And then try to do it in the virtual environment.
The conda install?
The Python pip install upgrade. Let's do that first. Because if it's, this is what this guy is doing.
Oh, it's not letting me type. I'm trying to type. It's not letting me.
Oh, try to open up a new.
Okay.
Do you have the Anaconda one, the one that came with it?
I should have because
try typing on the type here to search. Try typing Anaconda prompt.
Type in conda. Should I do conda activates Python data? That's
try. Let's do the Anaconda prompt first. Because that's the one where I typed it in. It shouldn't matter though.
okay.
Yeah. Just type in type in that one first. And instead of tab by server, just do tab pi.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. No, like, okay, that's good.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like this.
I know we were trying to download TensorFlow and Kesna or Keras. Yeah.
Keras? Oh yeah, are you guys using Keras or TensorFlow more?
We were told to install both, and like none of it was working, so I had to go to office hours and ask the TA for help, and the TA couldn't figure it out, and it was just like, such a disaster.
But Keras is the one that's super easy. I would like, if you were to choose like to master one, Keras would be the one.
Okay, I think it worked.
Yeah, let's see. The following packages are not available from package not found. We're trying to. How would we? Try type in the one that we had before. I guess that'll be weird. Try type in Python pip install first, and then the one that we did before.
So Python -m pip install.
Yeah, that one first. I don't know why this one is not. Because it's type pi should work.
That's it, or do the upgrade pip?
Upgrade pip, the whole thing. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Oh, so you had 20 and then now it's 21. Okay. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I don't think they changed much. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's do the pip install tabpy.
Like that.
Yeah, let's cross our fingers. Hmm. This is what the guy said to do, so. Okay, does this look familiar? I don't remember.
I think this was on our Jupyter notebook.
Yeah, the twisted one. I know there was an error on the twisted, but I don't think
And it was over
this is the
here.
same
Oh,
now. Oh, there you go. There's no
oh,
red.
still
Building
thinking.
wheels for
Still
twisted.
thinking.
Whatever these means, yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
Okay. Anyways, so like what were you guys doing with Keras and then like TensorFlow?
That was part of the machine learning.
Okay. Did you guys start doing any like, playing around with those things?
Yeah, we did, and oh God, I got red. We did, and it's yeah.
Clean for installing collected, twisted. No previous include fast and done struck. Okay, do correct file matching. New fragments, readme. Okay. Command sorry with exit says. Why is it doing that one? Install. Check the logs for. Try go to and like type here to search, like at the bottom.
Okay.
And let's go to Anaconda prompt. Yeah, that one. Yeah, click on that one. The first one. And then like let's just type in the pip install tabpy.
Enter.
Yeah. It's either that or your Python be like, because it's not the current version. I actually re-downloaded it, like the whole Anaconda yesterday. So let's see, tabpy. This is where it messes up, it's like.
Hey.
Twisted. Or why is it having twisted error? It's the same thing. Run a failed to build twisted. Okay, failed to build. Let's see. Okay, so this is what they're saying. You need to install Twisted using pip. So like, let's download Twisted because that's the issue, right? This Twisted thing. This is where it's messing up. Pip install Twisted version.real. So try type in this thing. Pip install. I don't know if you have to download something else prior to this.
Pip install. Okay. Oh.
Let's see if you have to download something.
Okay.
Okay, so that doesn't. Try put this in and let's do because it says if you have 3.8, it shouldn't work. Twisted doesn't work with 3.8. Try type it in the way it's like I think that's the equal sign.
Oh, I did. Oh, did I not? Oh, okay.
Maybe that one. Let's see.
With one equal sign?
Like put them like no space with no space. Python equal.
Like that?
Yeah, but with Python first.
Oh,
Yeah, and then like no space. Let's see it without.
that's what I did originally.
You didn't have space like, between
No.
the equal sign.
No. Right here, you see where my arrow is, my cursor?
Let me see. Okay, let me see. Let me see if this. Okay. Hopefully this works. Hmm. Oh wow. Try check this out, the website. This is actually the main problem that we're doing right now.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Okay, let's try to see if there's something here.
Want me to go back to the environment?
Yeah, it's probably loading. Let's try to look at, so download Twisted and install an Anaconda. We didn't do that yet. Oh, this is from the back. Once this is install TabPy again. Okay. Since I could not build the wheel. Okay, I think it seems like we just have to follow this.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if we should end this one, but let me see. We don't have to end this one, but then let's download the Twisted module. I think let's look at that one.
Okay. Which
Yeah.
one?
So let's see. Yeah, I think it's just downloading it. I don't know if you have to put it somewhere. Navigate to the folder and run this. Okay, yeah, let's just download this one.
Okay. Nope, that wasn't the one. This is the one. Do I want to close this one or start a new one?
Try go back to that one. I think it's just it's a link. You just have to click on the link.
Oh, okay. This link right here?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, click on that one.
Okay.
Let's see. It's probably like the old-fashioned way of downloading it.
Yeah.
Not with Pip. Download the Twisted from the bubbling, which should be the same as the Python version. Oh, so it has to be the same version as your Python. Oh, okay. Let's what we have to check what your Python version is first. Let's go to the Jupyter notebook just so that we don't have to mess around with the virtual environment. Okay, I think you can just type this in Python -- version.
Like that?
Yeah, it's pretty much the first thing that they're saying here. What the heck? The whole thing is like lagging now.
It's okay.
Let's see. Let's restart the kernel.
Okay. Oh, you got it. Okay.
Yeah, let's just see shut down. Okay. Then reconnect. Cannot be said. We're going to try to reconnect. Weird. Connecting. Okay. Come on. Oh, yeah. Usually, like, this one is still stuck.
Oh my goodness.
Let's just delete this thing. Or let's get this guy out, and then let's open up a new one. All right. Cool. Okay, so yeah, definitely it's lagging. Probably just on my end. It's not defined. What? I thought this was a. Oh, I see what you're saying. Let's see. I think if this is an anaconda one, maybe this one. There you go. 3.83. Okay, so it's the 3.81.
Okay, let me get my mouse.
Do you have a 64-bit Windows?
I think so.
Okay, it should be that one, the third one, I think. Twisted third one. What is it? Let me just see where it says up. Twisted 20.3. Yeah, that should be the one. CP338. Yeah, it should be this guy.
Okay. Let me click on it.
Well, since Tableau has this on their website, it should be the official resolution. Right? I mean, the other ones are just like their own thing. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, let's run that one. Or like, is this?
I did click on. Yeah, I clicked on it. I thought. Let me try again.
To download the twisted, which should be the same. Okay, navigate.
Oh, it's down here. Okay. That's why I didn't even look down.
Run the installation command. Okay, navigate to the download folder.
How do I want to open this file?
It doesn't look like an executable file, right? It looks like a funny file. The wheel.
Yeah, and it's asking me which app I want to use to.
Okay, let me just read this first. Navigate to the download folder and run the installation command. I see. You have to go to Anaconda prompt. It's the 2.2. It says 2.2. You have to go to Anaconda prompt. So let's just end this.
Okay.
This shouldn't work. So let's open up a new one.
Oh my gosh. Can you hold on one second?
Yep.
Hi, let me give you to Ashley because I'm on Zoom right now. Ashley! Ashley, phone. I'm on Zoom. Here. Ashley, go in the living room. Hello, sorry.
Yep. Yeah, no worries. Okay.
Okay, so what was I typing here? Why is this not working?
So we have to navigate through where you had your download, where you downloaded it. Try to see where you have it. I think it's in the downloads, right? I think.
Oh, I have no idea.
Try to go back to the Chrome. Let's look at downloads. So click on that one, yeah. And let's go to the downloads folder. Do you know how to get to that?
From here? No.
Okay, let me I think it should be the same. Let's look at this. Downloads. Show folder. I just need to know where it is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we have to go to where this is.
Oh,
yeah, so I guess you could just copy this and then go CD,
okay,
like,
so
change directory and then go to that one, yeah.
copy. So then CD, right?
Yeah. CD and that copy, paste, or paste it, CD, and then the connection.
Yeah, I just tried doing Control V, it didn't work. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Okay. I think CD works in the this one, right?
It should, yeah. He's
It works. What? Oh, let's actually let's go to the Anaconda one, the Anaconda prompt. Not this. Let me see. The Anaconda prompt, the one that we were in.
oh,
That's what they want to do. It says Anaconda command prompt.
which one is this? This one? No, this one is Jupyter Notebook.
Let's delete all of this. It's like causing a confusion. Let's delete all.
Yeah. Okay.
That one, yeah, delete that one too, so we can.
Okay.
And then let's go to Anaconda prompt. Yeah, that one. All right, and then let's do the CD and paste the link. All right, let's do directory dir.
Enter.
Yeah, and then let's find the W wheel file, the one that we just downloaded. Let's look up. Maybe it's like on the recent one. The one that we just downloaded. It should be in here. Yeah, right there.
Which one?
The that one, like the twisted dash.
This one?
Yeah. Let's download the one without the one. Just try to like copy it, highlight it and copy. I don't have to like remember.
Right, like there?
Yeah, copy that one and then try to run pip install and then paste that guy. So pip install and then Control V. Yeah, and enter. Let's see. That's what they're saying. Okay. Well, it looks different, so should work. There you go. Perfect. And then now pip install tabpy, step 3. Should work. Crossing our fingers. Okay. Oh, perfect. Yeah.
It went through? Okay.
Yeah, my goodness. Yeah, I didn't have to do that one. That's crazy. Maybe it's because I did the 3.9. I don't know. Anyways, let's open it. We can actually just open it here, the connection. Type in tabpy.
Okay. Hit enter.
Yeah. Something should show up and says like the connection port. There we go. Port 9004. That's the one we need. So what we did here first. So when you type in tabpy, you open up a connection from Python. And now you need to receive it from Tableau. Let's go back to Tableau desktop. Okay, and then go to the help drop down menu, and then go down to settings and performance, and manage analytics extension connection. Okay, you see, yeah, we've been here before. Let's drop down to tabpy. And then let's look at, try to go to the server drop-down menu. I don't know. Yeah, go to localhost. And then that same number, 9004, put it in here. It's always the same number. And let's just click on test connection first. Yes, it worked. This is what so now they're talking, right? That's what's happening. It received it. So now we can run Python files. Let's click on OK.
Okay.
All right. So this whole thing, you have to do this again. Not everything, but the help, and then like doing the connection. Oh, not actually going back. You have to do the tabpy in Anaconda and then receiving it. You have to do that again every time you reboot your computer.
So I have to do what again? I'm sorry.
So like right now it's successful, right? We're connected. They're talking to each other, Tableau and Python.
Okay, so the next time I would have to git bash and
yeah, but the only thing you have to rerun again is just tabpy until you get this the port 9004.
Where do you see the 9004? I'm trying to find it. I don't.
Try to look at the from the bottom fourth up. Port 9004. Do you see it?
Oh, I see it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that one you just because you need that. It doesn't really matter what it is. Just remember that number, and then the first step is go to get bash, type tabpy, good. Then go to Tableau desktop, and then whatever we just did, then type in the localhost server, and then type in the number.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you always have to do that every time you reboot.
Gotcha. So I always git bash, type in tabpy, enter, and then whatever the port number is, then come back here and do the connection. Darn it.
Yeah, it's like this is the connection. This is the part. It's not hard. It's always repetitive, but you you always have to do it.
And right here. Okay.
Perfect.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And yeah, that's so now they're talking. Let's actually open up the demo file, the demo that I sent.
Okay.
Now I can get to it. I really want to like get to demo 4 and 5. Those are like that's pretty much industry, you know, like that's
you know what? I put it's on my Google Drive. So how would I?
It's in your Google Drive?
Mm-hmm.
Did you download it locally?
No.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, it shouldn't be that bad. Like, you have a fast processor, I think.
I think. Here's my Paul folder.
Okay, I have a whole folder.
Yeah, it was empty. Well, because I was trying to do it from Yahoo and I was gonna just transfer it all over there, but it didn't. I was like, oh, it's on my Google Drive. Okay, I'll take that, and then I just kind of left it alone.
Okay, yeah, it's so which one is it? Tabpy demos .zip. Yeah, that's that one. It's not everything. It's just that guy. Yeah, I think this one isn't that big, but just unzip or download the whole thing, and then we'll unzip it in your local. Can you download the whole thing?
How do I do that?
Let me see. Click. I thought you try right click on Tabpy demos, unzip, just right click. And then where's it download? Download, there you go.
Okay.
All right. You guys already finished the homework, right? You already finished the homework?
No.
Okay, that city bike viz 1 and 2, that should help out if you're stuck in anything.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I think the homework isn't that bad. Is the one thing I don't like about it is, well, obviously it's just learning, you know, static Tableau.
Yeah, it was like, I was like, wait, where's the CSV file? And they're like, oh, you have to go to the link and choose what you want to do. And I was like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Reading it, right?
Yeah, and so then I was like, wait, if you need to read the file, don't you need to do a pandas? And then they're like, no. And I'm like,
you don't have to do that. In Tableau, as long as you have a CSV file, you can read it from Tableau. Like you can make the connection, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, and then like I was talking to a couple people and they're like, oh yeah, I had to go into pandas and read the file, and I'm like,
you don't have to do that. Well, what?
I was like, what?
That's why we're using. I mean, like, you could do that. There is a way, like what we're gonna do with the deployment thing. You can do everything in Python, but that's not the easiest way, as I'm saying.
Yeah. Let me extract these files.
Okay. So I guess the first demo will, you know, I always start off easy, like just learning what the syntax, because it's different a little bit. It's not fully different in like Tableau Python language.
Oh, where's my Paul folder? Hold on, sorry. Okay. Paul. No. Here. Okay, here we go.
All right, perfect.
Okay, so tab 1.
Yeah, demo
or demo 1, sorry.
Yeah, so demo 1, for this one, let's click on the Superstore.
Which, this right here?
Yeah, that's the Tableau workbook, yeah. Okay. I'll just show you, this first one will just show you like, I think if I remember, it's like comparing what you would do in Tableau, just like kind of like an Excel function versus like typing a Python script. It's still in the same place, but just to prove to yourself that, okay, it worked. You could use NumPy instead. All right. Continue. Yes, yeah, they always ask you this. This is a script. There's a problem connecting to the data. Would you like to edit? Yeah, what's going on with it?
Show details or?
Just, yes. Let's see what's going on first. We open up this, oh, okay, you have to find the data. So let's go to, I guess, the same folder is where you found that same folder. And then just click on the CSV at that. There you go. Oh, there you go, perfect. And then let's go to sheet 1. All right, so okay, I'll just explain what I did here. So let's go to like, so first of all, like blank slate, like how do you do the Python script? I kind of showed you a little bit, but when you go to the filter or search button, whatever.
Oh yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, and click on like create calculated field. Yeah, that one.
There it
So
is.
here, this is where you do all your Python stuff. But I already did that, so let's just click on
Oh,
it.
that's why. Okay, so that's when you. This
Yeah.
is where you can do all your stuff, not doing the whole pandas and reading in the CSV.
Exactly. You could actually do pandas here. We'll talk about that in a bit. Let's click on TabPy example 1. I think that's where, yeah, TabPy example 1 at the bottom, right there. No, it's not like you see that TabPy example 1 next to cells new metric. Yeah, that one. Click on the down arrow and go to edit. And then, because this one, exactly what I did here was how I showed you previously, but this is just already done. So you see what I typed in here? So there's a bunch of, like, Tableau does this different scripting thing, but then you always start with script underscore real boolean. I think the most common one is real, because like real number, right? Yeah. So this is the one that's usually used. And then you see what's inside. It looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? The ratio with the empty list and then the for loop and append. Yeah. So I mean, like, let me just explain, so this is really simple, but then I think demo 3 is gonna be like the real deal. But if you look at how it's different, you see this guy right here, and then this guy, the underscore arg1, and then underscore arg1 and 2, and then there's this I, right? Do you remember how we did for loops before?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I'm not gonna say no, but like, anyways, what's happening here is the args that you see are 1 and 2. This is how Tableau or TabPy that interprets the Python. These are just dummy variables. Consider this as like a function, where like you have a function, and then after it, now you're gonna place the actual variables in it. So you're probably wondering which one is arg1, right? And then which one is arg2. So arg1 is, so after you type in all your Python stuff in there, the one that's like gray, then you're gonna, you see this quotation mark?
Yes.
Right. So this is where you put in all your Python stuff. From here to from the quotation to quotation.
Okay.
And then when you put in like the comma, you're gonna fill it in where the arg1 is, the actual dummy variable. What are they? So underscore arg1 is gonna be the first thing you put in there. It's gonna be the sum of sales. And then arg2 is gonna be the next guy, the sum of profit. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So what this is gonna do is it's gonna fill in this this ratio. This is kind of like profit ratio.
That's the list. Yeah.
Yep. So we define the empty list, which is kind of like a profit. I should put in profit ratio in here, because this is what the equation does. This equation right here. arg2 divided by arg1, where arg2 is profit summation and arg1 is like sales summation. But then what is it? This is like, it's not really complicated, but I think this is like a good way to compare, because you know what this is doing, right? This for loop. Like, it's just taking everything in from 0 to the length of this guy. the cells, right?
Okay.
The cells is just pretty much a column. But does that make sense? It's pretty much a column, right?
Yeah.
Like if you went back to like data source, if you went back to just to like visualize what the heck we're doing. So if you went to like cells, where's cells in here? Here we go. Here's cells, right?
Uh-huh.
And then so cells is a column, and then you're summing it, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm following. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you're summing this whole thing. This is what the syntax for it, but that's what it's doing. And then there's a profit guy too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we're doing here, if it was in Excel, is we would take all these cells here and you divide it by the profit, right?
Uh-huh.
Profit ratio. That's the profit ratio. This is the ratio we're trying to get.
Okay.
But then now we're doing it in like codified way. So how you would do that is, if you remember in Python, you have to do a for loop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because then you pass every row of cells in that column. You're gonna divide it by the associated row of profit, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the reason why you're doing this append is you're gonna fill in every column of ratio with every cells divided by profit calculation.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And the reason why you're returning ratio is because that's what you want the output. What you're returning is your output after you fill it in with the for loop. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So this whole thing, does like not the Python stuff, but does like the arg1, does that make sense? Like the reason why you're putting arg1 here is because this is just the way it's done in like TabPy and Tableau. Like you put in dummy variables first, and then after you do that, then you fill in the actual
And then you
variable.
put the actual variable.
That's
Okay.
always the case. And then so it's valid if you see this. If it's not valid, it's going to be red and there's an error right here.
Oh, okay.
And then so once it's done, you click OK. And then if you look over here, I'm gonna take this guy out. I'm gonna like just leave it somewhere here.
Don't you just drag it away?
Oh, it's lagging. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. So you see this thing? Yeah. That's really what we did, right? The years or whatever order date. And then we applied that function, the profit ratio, using Python, yeah?
Okay.
But then now let's actually do it just not using Python. So this profit ratio here is what I'm gonna show you first. Do you see this? It's cleaner, right?
Yes.
It is, but the thing is less flexible. Like what we did in Python, because like supposedly that's the reason why we're connecting these two languages together for flexibility. So I know sometimes it's like, well, I just want to do this. This is easy.
Yeah.
But this exact thing is the same thing, right? Or profit divided by. Or let's look at what we did. Let's actually drag this in here. Okay. So it's kind of similar. I think I probably had this switch. I think it was sales divided by profit. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me think. No, it was profit divided by sales. Yeah, because the two was first. Yeah, it's the same thing. So yeah, profit divided by sales. So you see how they're the same thing?
Yes.
And then like compared to what we did, that's really, but this is just taking what we have in Tableau, right? This is Tableau language, not TabPy. So that makes sense. The reason why I don't like this is because you wanted to like prove to yourself that okay, you can use Pythonic like coding to do the same thing, and then only use Tableau as like an output or the visualization, not to do any calculation. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't want the main essence here is to make it more like compartmentalized. Like you want Python to do most of the calculation. In the end, you actually want Python to do only the calculation.
Okay.
And then Tableau to only visualize and do all the dashboard dynamic stuff. That's the main goal, really.
Okay, so Python does all the brains behind the operation, and then Tableau makes it look pretty.
Yeah, kind of like Matplotlib, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Except with Matplotlib, we used in Python and Pandas.
Exactly. But that's the main goal. The main goal is so that it's like Lego. Like, let me use another tool, or like whatever. And the reason why you want to do that is it makes it more versatile. It's like, oh, what if I want to do TabPy? What if I want to do Matplotlib? And it depends on your budget, I guess, or your time. Yeah, it's always depend on that. Anyways, so yeah, like you want to know all these different tools and then see like, okay, which one should I implement? So, but both of them work, right? Like using just the Tableau versus the TabPy. It gives you the same result.
It's giving you the same result.
And let me see, I think I had another one here, but this one doesn't have really a comparison, but let's just look at this. Okay, so this is just another example. You see like I did NumPy here.
Yeah, important. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good, right? Yeah, let's actually, I don't know if I can just draw, actually, it's the same order. Just to see what it is. Okay, so it's this guy. But like, look at this, like you can, instead of using a for loop, I mean, there's many ways, as you can see, like in like Python, there's many ways of doing something. So this is using this poly 1D, whatever it is, you could just, you could just look it up. And then same syntax, import, doing the script, and then return. It's a function. Remember doing those functions in Python?
Yeah.
There's always a return. And then like whatever this arg1, is going to be, you're expecting to put something there, right? After the count. Yeah.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like this is pretty much like kind of like, now that we know the difference between the syntax, how to transfer like Tableau language or Python language to Tableau, and how it's different if you were to run it in Python versus Tableau, we can actually extend it now, right? Let's actually try to extend it to something more complicated. All right, so let's look at, do you remember doing, let's open up the demo 2 one. I'll talk about it once we open it.
Demo 2, okay.
Yeah, I think this one has the code.
Oh, I didn't download it. Hold on.
I think isn't it in there? I thought it was.
Here's Paul.
Yeah, click on this.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then open this one. Double click it.
Yeah, double click that on it. This is a package on. Sometimes you can open it. You could save it as a workbook or like a package. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Do you remember doing the correlation coefficient and correlation positive, something like that? Yeah, those are fun. So you know how you did it in like Matplotlib or Seaborn, whatever, like the graphs. You can definitely do it here, right? Like, and then like I think it's let's see if it pops.
It's not popping up. I was thinking.
Yeah, so like I think the only thing here is the function, the correlation coefficient function. I did it in Python just to compare, like what you already know to like how we can do it here.
Why is it not popping up?
Try opening it here. I think you can open it here, like file open. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, this.
Yeah, okay. Let's see if it works. Is there another screen one? Let's see, is there another screen?
Oh, wait, it's coming up.
Okay, there you go. Okay. Yes, yeah, they always ask you.
There we go.
All right. So you see this, I guess it's not a dashboard, but we can create like, so you see this thing right here, you have these bunch of lines. Do you remember like correlation like graph, when you have like away from there's a positive correlation, negative correlation. Yeah, so it's just doing all that, depending on like what we're trying to compare. So like cells like central and bookcases, it doesn't matter what the domain is. But let's look at the actual Python coding. Where did I put that one? It should be the correlation coefficient. Where is the correlation coefficient?
Oh. Go ahead. Oh no, I saw it. Go up.
You see it? Like, yeah, click on it.
Right here. Okay.
Okay. Try to do the same thing as what we did. The edit. Okay, here you go. So like when you look at this, you see that core coef, NP core coef. That I think that's the one that we use typically for NumPy. So like
Okay.
if you look at it, it looks exactly like what you would do, but then it's just the arg1, arg2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's exactly what you would do, but then you already know that knowledge. Now you just have to add to it using Tableau language, TabPy language.
Okay.
It's not that bad, isn't it?
No, it's just, I guess, having to understand fully understand, like
Okay.
translating the Python to the Tableau.
Yeah. The thing is, once you make that, like I think it's just like maybe experimenting, like playing around with like what we're doing here. I mean, you see it, but then try to maybe experiment. Like you've done a lot of statistics with Python, right?
Yeah,
Like
we've done some.
yeah,
Yeah.
you guys done all that. That was like a while back. Try to implement that here, and then there's obviously going to be like, okay, this doesn't work, but like try to do it, and then like use these as like a template, like and
Okay.
start, and then kind of like yeah, obviously it's gonna be a learning process, but once you get that going, like you learn it, you master it, I think it's gonna become powerful, right? Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this is the thing I was like wondering, like I don't know why. I mean, it doesn't matter. You first said like you shouldn't learn Tableau, but it's that one thing because just I think like, since last 2 years ago, I think Tableau has like really gone into because it's always been separate, right? You have Tableau as like a lot of people, they usually use it just for the dashboards, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then there's also data scientists, but usually the people that use it are just business people. But then you
Yeah.
have these data scientists because there's less coding here. There's not a lot of coding, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's like good for business.
Yeah. Just everything's done in one spot.
Exactly. It's like Excel, but like better.
But better, Excel on steroids.
Yeah, Excel stars. And then, but then what about the data scientists? What about the coding? So that's why they're thinking like, why don't we bring in the data scientist coding in here? So that because there's machine learning, and machine learning is used to predict. And what's the
Mm-hmm.
point of business if you can't predict anything?
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you're not going to use your forecasting correctly.
Yeah. So that's why if you master this, this is really what they're doing now. They're really combining. I mean, it could be something else. It doesn't have to be Tableau, but in the general sense, like how can you use Python to talk to different languages? This is like one of the main applied ones, like Tableau Python connection.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at like how it's applied now. Like kind of like bring in the machine learning because there's no machine learning here, right? Like what we're doing, there's no machine learning.
No.
Yeah. So now let's bring in the machine learning because I think this is really, where it's really like, where the rubber meets the road is when you can use machine learning. Let's open up demo 3.
Okay.
I don't know if this one is forecasting, I think, the demo 3. Okay, let's look at just the second one. Let me see first. Yeah, that one. Okay, so you don't have to know what the Seri max is. I think it'll be good if you do like later on maybe look more into it. The Seri max is just in Python they use stats model. So what it is used for is when you have a time-based forecast, like when you're trying to forecast something using time, not just space, you could use this guy.
Whoa, what is this?
Press enter. Yeah, you can't really see it. Press enter.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to figure it out. I was like, what the heck? Yeah, sometimes it does that.
Okay.
All right. So I'll show you like what real, I guess, code supposedly, like, what we did was just to test out the waters, right? And then now let's look at the machine learning code that you can really do in like TabPy.
Thank you.
This is a long one. So, oh man.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Okay, so here you go, Seri max. The domain doesn't matter, but let's click on the. Let me just control it. So this is a dashboard, right?
Yeah.
So let's.
Oh, yeah, expand it.
Yeah, so you can pretty much do a lot of things to this. You can, it's very dynamic.
Nope.
But I don't wanna do that because it takes a while.
No, but I understood what you did.
Yeah. But yeah, like the whole thing is really nifty because like you could publish this on a website. Some people just after, because like the output is a dashboard, and then it's the dashboard that sells. So let's open up one of these guys. Click on this guy. All right. Okay, so here's the Python calcs. Oh
Mhm.
man. So the Python calcs, we're gonna click one of these guys, and I'll show you what the coding looks like. Yeah, like if you can later on just look into these ones. Let's look at edit. There you go.
Hey. And part panda says PD. I know all this.
Yeah, see, pandas, right?
Okay, and you still put the pound to comment it out. Okay.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like you could definitely,
You just do everything right there.
yeah, you put everything in here, and this actually works. Okay, and you in the beginning, it's like you sometimes doubt yourself, like, oh, it's because once you're typing this is always red.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then once like something works, like, oh, I wouldn't type my pandas here, or like my Python coding here. I would type it in Python, test it, and once it works, put it in here, paste it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would, obviously this is not the main environment, but yeah, that, like you have this guy, obviously stats model, and then, so you know what, I think your friend said that you can read the thing in here, the pandas. You could do it here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that works, but you're gonna need tab pi somehow. And then when you do this thing right here, yeah, I'm not gonna explain all of it, but the Serimax is used here. And then the main thing is like what kind of like tying it to what we just like talked about is, so there's three things here, right? After there's three things that's not gray. So let's look for those args. I think the args are supposed to be in here. So this attribute month, I think it's probably the X. Result 1, result 2. There's maybe 3 variables. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. PDQ. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, the return is you always do it with return because it's and then everything is the machine learning part is this guy. Yeah. This.
Okay.
Yeah, state space. When you use stats model, yeah, it's a machine learning. So, and then when you do this part, I think demo 4 it is something better because it's actually something that you've probably seen. This one I just wanted to put this in here so that you can see how you can use time varying data and how you can use machine learning.
Okay.
Okay, so after you model fit it, model fit it, that's training the data, and then you do the forecast, that's using the prediction, right? When you do the test data, and then so once you do the prediction, you output it, and then what it wants you to do is this months to forecast. Let's actually look at the visualization. So with the forecast date that you feed it, and then you have this number of passengers, right? I think this is like an airline thing. So this orange part is the prediction. This is the past data right here. And this orange part is the prediction, yeah, using the past data. That's pretty nifty. You've probably seen that. Your professor probably showed you guys this. Something like what you have a stock data where you have the training data and then the test data where you can, in essence, the theory there is using this to predict, knowing the pattern and you doing a prediction. Yeah, that's really what it is, machine learning.
Okay.
And let's see. Okay.
Oh, what the?
Let's open up demo 4. I want to show you demo 4 and 5 real quick because those are fun.
Okay.
So demo 4 is, if you remember, let's look at actually, yeah, we might have to run the Python one. Let me talk about it first.
Okay.
So what we did there in Serimax is, how you just typed in everything, all the coding in TabPy, right? That box.
Yeah.
So that box, you can do a lot of your, in essence, you're still having Python do it. but then you have to type so many things in there, right? Like as you
Yeah.
saw, there's so many things in there. But what if we did it this way? So the first way is just using Tableau as it is, as like a static tool with dashboard, just without code. That's the first way. And then the second way is using TabPy, but then now you're using code, but you're typing it in that box, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
And then the third way, the best way, is deployment. So you're not, have you heard of the term pickle? Pickle? I don't know if you're pickling a data.
I'm sure we have.
Okay, so that's the buzzword. But then when the definition for that is when you pickle something in machine learning, you know how like you train and then you test, right? You train and you test, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the training part always takes a long time. Once you have a data that's already trained, you can just feed it like raw data and it should be able to test. You should be able to test it and get an output out of it, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So since the training part always takes such a long time, why don't we just take it out of the picture? So that's when you pickle it. So once you train it, you create a pickle file, and then that pickle file will be used. It's just going to be a template where you feed the test data or like the new data, and then you use the same algorithm because you trained it already. Why do you need to do it again every time, right? So the pickle file is is a template for the training where you don't have to redo it every time. It's already saved, and then you just feed it the test data so that you can predict.
Oh, okay.
That's really what it is. It's just pretty much like a static view of like where it avoids the computational time for training, because that's where most of the time takes, is like training. Anyways, how you do the pickling thing, this is what they call deployment, is you do all the calculation in Python. So the training is in Python, like the actual Python environment in the notebook, which is happening in here, this IPYND.
Yeah,
Yeah. So once you do that and you create a pickle file, and at the end you're gonna create a pickle file. Now you're gonna pass that pickle file to Tableau, and then Tableau is gonna just read it. And then that box that we saw in Serimax, instead of writing so much code, you can just call the pickle file.
Okay.
It's like 3 lines. You call the pickle file, and then you know how you have arg1, arg2, like all those. It's pretty much just a function. So you pass it all these bunch of I think I don't know if I remember, you have to pass it arg, but you just have to pass it all the variables, and then the pickle file is already there. So it's just 2 lines, 3 lines. I'll show you. It makes sense after. But before we do that, let's open up this. There's 2 things in here. Sorry, in the dashboard. In the dashboard, there's going to be the supervised learning and unsupervised. So let's click on it first.
Okay. This one right here.
Yeah. So the unsupervised part, let's cover that. That's the clustering. Just kind of like an example what it looks like, and then for this one, it's gonna be this example where you're clustering crime, like you have a bunch of criminal categories. Okay.
Continue.
And then you're trying to use distance. Yeah, sklearn is good cluster. So this is the sklearn is probably the main thing. Like if you want to learn machine learning, try to ask your professor, can you teach us more sklearn stuff? Because sklearn is the main module for it.
Oh yeah, import sklearn. Yeah.
Yeah, it has there's so much to it. Like I said, you can probably take a class in machine learning. There's so much into it. It's really fun though, if you master machine learning. And the other class is deep learning, which is what you guys are doing, TensorFlow. That's fun, Keras and TensorFlow. Okay. So okay, so this first part, there's 2 here, right? The Seattle 911 and the breast cancer at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So this Seattle 911, this dashboard, this is gonna be the unsupervised learning, and then the breast cancer is gonna be, there's gonna be an error on this one because we didn't run anything yet. Yeah, so we didn't run anything on this one, so we can't really run this yet. So there's an error, right? Yeah. So,
okay.
So this area says the endpoint. I guess I'll explain it. So once you see it, you know what it. So you see it says the endpoint.
Mm-hmm.
This endpoint means there's no pickle file. It's wanting to have like a file that it has to read, right?
Okay, yeah.
It's expecting a file that it wants to read, but it doesn't have an endpoint because we have to run the Python first within its environment. And okay, so this one is the fun one. This one I'll just explain this because like you're gonna see some clustering in the future. So unsupervised learning clustering. So a bunch of this thing here. So the type of crime, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have like assault, narcotics, whatever. And then one thing I like about Tableau is it has its own like latitude longitude,
Mm-hmm.
where like you can put your data in a map like automatically. That's really one of the power, which I really like, because like a lot of people like that. It's like, oh, I want to see real estate data on a map,
Yeah. Well, and it helps in sales, when you're looking at territories, like
Exactly, yeah. And it doesn't make sense to just work on like what was it, like a bar graph. There's no traction. You don't know what's going on. So when you click on this, and then a bunch of these red dots, it doesn't do this. A bunch of these red dots will show up because it's like clustering. Like
yeah.
like where's the concentration of the crime, and depending on the distance. Yeah.
Oh, in Seattle. Jeez.
Yeah. Man, if it's in LA, I think you could do this in LA too.
Oh, LA would be blowing up red.
The whole thing's gonna be red.
The whole thing will be red.
Yeah. And then proximity is how far you are from that. Anyways, that's like high level stuff. But let's look at the actual file. So sometimes when you want to play around with this, it's a dashboard, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just like right click and then unhide all sheets. So when you create a dashboard, you have the sheets created statically until you create the dashboard.
Oh, okay.
So now these are the sheets that you actually create before you
Hey.
create the dashboard. and yeah, the map usually is a lot higher resolution. Okay, so this map, let's look at the one where I created so this is hotspot. I think this is the one. Let's click on this one.
Edit.
Edit.
There it is.
All right, so here we go. So this is another one. This is a string. This is not a real script string. I think that's what it's a script string. So this is another, this is obviously machine learning because you have this sklearn, right?
Mm-hmm.
sklearn cluster. So that's the clustering. That's the unsupervised learning. And in dbscan, you can look into this. This is like really where this lives. And then like what we're doing here is we're creating, is using NumPy, obviously, and then you have a bunch of samples, and this is just, this is the database, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to scan the database. You're giving it some. So let's see what arg3 is. So 1, 2, 3. You're giving it a distance. So this EPS is a distance between incidents. And then the minimum sample is arg4 is the incident count, yeah?
Okay.
So the samples are going to be the incident count. This EPS or error is going to be the distance. EPS is like kind of like an error, the distance between the incidents. Because what you're trying to do here is when you're doing a clustering is you have this error function where you're trying to minimize it. That's how you are from the middle, yeah? I don't know if when you're doing a means a clustering algorithm, you're trying to minimize the distance from the type of a neighborhood. That's kind of like your threshold, and once you meet that threshold, then okay, it belongs in that cluster. So this that's the distance right here, and then the minimum sample is like, okay, let's look at this other one. This one is just another type of algorithm. You can look this up, Harvard sign, whatever. Dot fit, and then okay, the important part is what are we getting at? So the return is if it equal like the labels from your database equal the array of on the -1, it's going to be no or yes. And then let's see the NP array. Yeah, so the NP, yeah, right here. The details doesn't really matter, but what I want you to see is you can experiment on this, but just know like what we talked about, how to set this up, like with the arg4, arg1. So arg1 and then arg2. So that's going to be this first part is this x. I didn't actually explain this, but this x is this is looking at the map, yeah, the average latitude and longitude that from the rate. It's converting it into radians, I believe, and putting it into a list.
Okay.
Okay. And then so the output is gonna be, okay, is it part of that array? Like the label, is it the same as like the crime that you're saying it is? Then it's a, if it's not, then it's a no or yes. So it's gonna be a
Okay.
binary, kind of like classification. Anyways, so that's how you run this guy. And the output is really nice. You can, depending on that distance threshold, like this proximity thing,
Mhm.
then you can have either like a lot of crimes or less crime. So yeah, that's really clustering in a nutshell. Like, just remember, like with clustering, you're always looking at the distance. There's a threshold, and you're far from that. The higher that threshold, the more you have it within that cluster. The looser it is. The tighter the threshold, the less you have. Yeah, in that
Okay.
cluster. Yeah. Okay. So now, this is the less fun one, unsupervised learning. The more fun one is this breast cancer one, which is the supervised learning. So you've probably seen this before. Like if you're trying to
Mhm.
you're right. You're trying
Yeah,
to
we did.
classify. Yeah. Like if it's like benign or malignant, it's like, oh, okay. So demo 4 is about I think breast cancer, and then you can actually, if you want, you can extend this to something that you like in classification. It doesn't have to be this, but it should be the same code. The template should be kind of similar. So let's actually look at that code because we have to run that first. Okay, let's look at that in Python, or that file that came with it.
This one right here, the CSV.
The IPYND.
Oh, so I'll need to get bash here. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, I think this one is really probably the maximum it can be. Like if you learn it up to this point, I know, just go back to it, and if you have questions, it's really not that bad because you guys are doing machine learning right now, right?
Well, now, yeah, and then I think, yeah, and then we're doing big data.
Big data. I mean, like, it's what about big data? Is that like just a concept?
I don't know.
Oh, you guys are probably doing Hadoop or Spark or something. Big data.
Oh no, I don't know. Yeah.
Because like, yeah, once you go to like really large data, you can't use Jupyter Notebook. You have to use something else. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's on Monday. I think we're done with machine learning. We just finished it, and then
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you should put your mind on machine learning. It's really the one thing.
Machine learning. Okay.
Like if anything in Python, that's the reason why you learn Python, machine learning. That's the reason why you learn it.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, let's look at this thing. So you see this, we have NumPy, Pandas, and similar math. And we have a bunch of sklearn and stuff, right? So did you guys touch on logistic regression?
I think we did.
Okay, so logistic regression is really a misnomer. It's not like linear regression. So like what we're doing, we're classifying something, right now. So yeah, logistic regression is a classifier. It's not a regression. So what we're doing is if it's benign or malignant, that's why you're using this. There's two things that we're doing here. It's like we're doing naive Bayes. Did you guys touch on naive Bayes?
I don't remember. I don't recall.
Okay, it doesn't matter. So there's two things right here. That's two algorithms: the logistic regression and then Gaussian naive Bayes. These two are really used in classifying every time. You can use this in like real estate, whether it's a good buy or bad buy. And then what else? Loans. Should you approve a loan or not? Or there's so many and then typically when you're classifying, I don't know if this is the one. You have to do like a boost, a gradient boost. The reason why you're doing that is you're optimizing the data. So okay, that's all I'm gonna say for that one. Okay. You can, once you take that Python class, hopefully it has a lot of machine learning in it. And a lot of these things at the bottom here, the metrics, you're probably wondering like, okay, you have this machine learning, you train the data, you feed it test data, you classify, you have a regression. How do you know it's good, right?
Yeah.
So metrics is the reason why how you know it's good is because you have an accuracy score or a classification report. If it's like close to 100, like it gives it like a metric if you're good or not. with deep learning, I know you guys touched on it. There's also that. There's a lot of like, what was that, mean square error.
Mhm.
Those are metrics. That's how you know if your model is good. AUC. I don't know if you heard of the term AUC for deep learning.
Yeah, I think we touched on it because yeah,
Yeah,
I aligned it with something else.
the raw receiver operating characteristic, the area under curve. Those two things, AUC, ROC curve, that's for deep learning. For machine learning, it's like accuracy scores. It's the same thing though. The different names, but then different uses, but they're pretty much the same thing. They check your model if it's good or not.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I'm actually gonna let you run this, hopefully, like one by one,
Okay.
so that you can see what's going on.
Gosh, it's even the dependencies are taking a minute.
Okay. But yeah, you've seen this before. You've seen how. Let me see.
Ah!
What is this?
An error.
Did we TabPy client? I know. You have to. Let me see. Let me look this up. TabPy client. You have to install it. TabPy client. Python. Let's see. I think you do have to. Let's see. Pip install. Yeah. Import client.power client localhost. Yeah, you're gonna have to. This is how you deploy it. That's why. Let's yeah. I'm gonna type this in. Hopefully there's no error. You know.
Yeah. Okay, so go do the dependencies.
You can actually try open up or try add in another cell above this guy.
Okay.
And then we'll do the pip install. Hopefully it works.
Okay, so pip install.
Yeah, this I typed in something in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if this is the one. Hopefully this is the one. Actually, hold on. Let me see. Do you have Visual Studio by chance?
Yeah, this one right here. Visual Studio Code right here.
Yeah, try to open up this guy and this exact thing in here instead. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Paul, where are you? There you are. This was in 4, right?
Yeah, it's from 4, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. That's all they're saying here. Pip install. That should work, but it says here in the same TabPy folder. Okay. Oh yeah.
Interested. Okay.
There's a bunch of stuff. Sometimes you have to always load in the Python too. Okay, let's see if it. Okay. Try to do the TabPy client pip install in here.
Do I want to do a cell above?
Yeah, or it doesn't matter, somewhere else.
Okay. Like that, and then hit Shift Enter.
Yeah. What does it say? Install that. Okay, let's look at this. Client. This is the deployment thing aside. It's TabPy that dash client is how you're gonna do what I just said.
Oh Lord.
Hey, like in the beginning, it's always like this, but like once it works, it's really fast. Like the power of it is like, oh man, you can, pickle and everything. Let me see. That's not the one. So that doesn't. So it's the same error, but why is it doing it? I don't even have to do this, honestly.
I have no idea.
Let me look at this thing, the deployment TabPy client. Let's look at this. Import TabPy client. Import TabPy client. GitHub. Okay, load failed, no module name. Someone always has the same problem as you. So that's why it's always good. I'm getting an error when I go publish neural network, okay? I even tried appending the path, import. I've already successfully connected, good, okay. For newer versions, I have it. From the repo folder to install Tableau, I did follow the steps. Import, okay. Are you running Jupyter and Anaconda? Is what you're using?
I was on Jupyter.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's the same error though, right? Here, like in the local.
Yeah.
But I only have one base. Is that right? Did you learn to is install the same base? Okay. What? You command navigate to your repo file. First run this on. Here, maybe try help me look into this. That's the same website. So all the models seem to install in the same environment, but yet still getting this error.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, try look into that. I'm gonna look. I tried adjusting the table calculation. Are you able to create an endpoint? No, that's not. If you pass the errors. Tap by client.py. Let's look at this one.
What?
Load for no module tap by client. Okay.
Import tab client underscore client.
Yeah. Try doing that. Whatever
Okay.
this did there.
Import. Okay, tabby client. So I want to do pip install tabby client. Oh wait, we tried that.
Yeah, but in the same way as like what they type, whatever they type.
Okay. Tab.
Or like why don't you? Yeah, we did do the same one, but the one before it says import system.
Import sys path append.
You probably have to change it a little bit.
Oh God, I don't even remember where everything is. Yeah, I don't know where everything is.
Tab pi client Python no module name. Here you go. There's another one. Yeah, no module not found error. Okay. Okay, someone said there is tab pi tools instead.
Dude, import tab pi tools instead.
Try doing this one. I'm gonna look at this GitHub. Yeah, try doing this one here. I'm gonna send you the website. Here's the website. And then go to the the first one right there, import client. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
And copy this.
Just copy the. Let me see if you have to do the other one. Just the first one, yeah.
Okay. Oh, it went through. Okay. So let me try again.
Oh, it went through. That's good.
No, it didn't.
Just yeah, but you have to delete the import tab pi client last line. Yeah, just delete that. We're gonna bypass that. We're gonna do another way.
Okay.
Okay, so just import that again, everything, and then run through all, and then I think we're gonna see another error, but we'll edit it.
Okay. Data frame drop. Oh, hey pandas.
Yeah, I told you you're gonna use pandas so many times with machine learning. Okay,
Okay.
all this stuff. This is the machine learning I was talking about.
Mhm.
Logistic regression, Gaussian, NB. Okay, so a lot of this, like I would to learn it, just go to the documentation of both of these, logistic regression and Gaussian NB.
Okay.
This logistic regression thing is just, like I said, it's just a way to classify. You see that ROC, AOC, that's another scoring on the side. And then this naive Bayes, it's a two classifiers that we're using. Usually you do that a lot. You're not just using one classifier. And then like you know, once you combine it, kind of like layering it, then you're gonna get a better classification. Okay.
Okay. Keep running.
Yeah, keep running them. Let's look at this up. Until you get to the deploy. I want to see this deploy. Shouldn't work. Actually, okay, you ran that one already. Okay, let's see what happens. The connection one.
Mhm. It's still thinking. See the.
So we might have to edit that one. The connection. Let's see. Because just a small edit. Let's see. Client dot deploy. Client equals. Okay, so you probably have to delete tabpy underscore client. But we'll see what happens first. But you see that last part right there, just to like talk about it, the connection.deploy.
Mhm.
You see this diagnostic demo?
Yes.
So that's in essence, it's like a pickle file. You won't really get a pickle file. It's doing it in the background.
Mhm.
But this diagnostic demo, it's called demo because it's the training file. So all the things you did here was all training. You trained the model, and then like now we're gonna pass this diagnostic demo pickle file into Tableau, and then it will just use that, and then it'll classify. And then the diagnostic demo is pretty much a function. You're gonna have to feed it like, you see this suggest diagnostic. Okay.
Hey, connection didn't like it.
Yeah.
Right here. So what should I?
Let's actually try. Let's see if this works. Delete tabpy underscore client, and just have client there, the big C client.
Okay.
That's what it says here. So hopefully it works. Okay, that's good. Man, I don't know why it's working in others and not.
I don't know.
It works. Awesome. All right, let's go to Tableau now.
Okay.
But yeah, it's always good to. I mean, like you probably learned how to debug now a lot, right? Like sometimes your friend's thing works and then yours doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was just like, why? It's working on mine. Why isn't it working on yours?
Yeah,
And it's like, oh my god.
Especially if it's a Mac versus like a Windows.
Oh yeah, I learned that on web scraping.
Oh yeah, web scraping. Yeah, that's also another thing that you could either do web scraping or API. You do that a lot in real estate. You could web scrape with Zillow. Those are fun. Like,
Oh really?
Yeah, you could web scrape, like you can create your own app that will, you know how like Zillow, yeah, it's manual, yeah. Like when you're looking at, what if you wanted to automate that? Like someone asks you, I want a house within this neighborhood, right? These are the labels. I want it between like 200,000 to 300. You could just input those values and it'll web scrape everything from Zillow and then output instead of you doing it yourself, you know?
Oh, interesting. Because I'm
that's another application. I'm actually trying to work on something like that. Like, how can I do what Zillow's doing on my own, you know?
yeah.
Like, because Zillow, what else? What else is there? Realtor, There's other ones. Yeah, Trulia. They're all doing the same thing. They're actually doing machine learning. Like that's why their APIs are out there for the world to see. Okay, so let me see. So did it give you an error?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay.
No.
Okay. Go back to that one and let's look at if it works. Like the Tableau. Yeah.
The pickling.
Try type in like a bunch, like this bare nuclei, the test results. Type in different values. Try,
Right here.
this one right here.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, it's malignant. It says malignant, right?
Yeah.
So type in different values, like maybe 1, or like for all of them.
Okay.
I just want to see if we get benign somehow.
Oh yeah, we did.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so it works, right?
Okay.
So what about that? Like I mean, you know how to, like you've seen this before, classification in the class, probably the benign versus malignant, right? Or like some other type of classification. What if you did it in a dashboard like this, and then this dashboard is automatic now, right? Like you can't do the machine learning in here. That's all. You have to do it in Python, as you've seen it. And then like what's even better is now you don't even have to do it in here. You can do it outside, and then you can just use this as a dashboard, as long as you have the same file in the same directory as like the pickle file or like the Python file you ran. It should work like automatically. So yeah, what do you think of that?
I think it's pretty cool. I would love to master this.
Yeah, let's actually finish it with the demo file just to look at some graphs. This is something that we did, or not I, but like someone did in UCSD. That's it's really fun because it's kind of doing what we're doing here in demo 4, but then extending it to like high blood pressure. I think. Try click on San Diego mapping. Yeah, this one. So it's gonna be the same thing as what's happening in this benign with malignant, but then instead of this, it's gonna be. This will give you kind of like, oh, okay, how can you extend this to something else? And it's going to be exactly the same process.
Is it thinking? I double clicked.
Okay.
Let me do file open.
Okay, yeah, this always works. Let's see. Yeah, maybe something you can work on is you know how like the dashboard, maybe how can you output that to a website? I didn't really touch on that, but did you guys touch on that one?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, perfect. Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter.
No.
Okay, so we have to do the whole. Remember that one thing, the endpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always the same. But like sometimes it's like, oh well, you have to do that. I think there's a way to bypass that. But let's look at this. All right, so this is for heart disease. This one looks really. I mean, I think there's some other graphs, but I just want to focus on this one. It looks kind of similar, right?
Yeah, that's the breast cancer one. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be just another extension. Oh yeah, I didn't show you the on the other one. You can also do. Let me see. Let's look at. Let me click on. What's going on? There you go. I forgot to show you the actual thing. Unhide. You know the because you remember we have to read it through Tableau, right? Let's actually, let me just show you that one actually. Let's look at this one. You can see a comparison. So let's unhide. Come on. Okay, there you go. Diagnosis. And then so if you remember, we did the pickle, and then now we're gonna read it through Tableau. And so that's how you write it here is really short. It's just like that. This is the only thing you write here. Compared to what we did with Ceramax, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ceramax was like, oh man, like I don't know.
It was just nonstop.
Yeah, I don't like doing it that way. Like I'd rather, because I'm so used to like the Python environment,
Mm-hmm.
that you'd rather do it there and then just use this as like this one line, a 3-liner, you know? And it's really, this is always the same. As you can see, I'm gonna show you what we did for the other one. But this right here, this function method, whatever, is return tab pi dot query. That's the method. And then the pickle file that we output from Python is this guy, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And then so we read that. That's the output of the, just trying to connect the dots. After you run the Python machine learning, you come here, you put in this, you run this return tab by query on this pickle file diagnostic demo, and then you put in the args. This is you already know this one. So this bunch of args are the dummy variables in Tableau, right? And then you put this guy here because this is what you're outputting. This is gonna be like your output or your return, but there's no return. This is how you do it. And then like it's kind of similar but different at the same time. You don't have the sum whatever, right?
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
I'm still on Zoom. Let me call you back. Sorry.
Sorry for taking so long.
It's okay. I know there's a lot of installations and.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Like, we're almost done. Like this thing right here is pretty much, if there's anything, I would want to practice this 4 and 5.
Okay.
Like see, because I've given you 5 just so that you can see how it extends. This is like the main file, the number 4. But after you run the diagnostic demo pickle file, you put this in here. And then for each one of these arg1, 2 to 9, you're gonna have to define the Tableau counterparts, right? Or variables, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this cell size, and if you remember when we went to, is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. Come on. Okay. Oh. Okay. Do you remember the support the diagnostic suggest diagnostic?
Yeah.
So the suggest diagnostic is pretty much the function you're passing it to this deploying thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then this function is what you're gonna, these are all you remember the arg1, arg2 in Tableau? These are gonna be those guys. You're passing it.
Oh, okay.
So, the arg1 all the way to 9, mitosis, whatever. And then like this NB column stat, these are all boilerplate. The only thing that changes is this guy right here, the labels, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is also boilerplate. Once you have the column stack and all set up right here, then you return this guy, another boilerplate thing. The only thing that changes are the labels, if you're gonna test this out. And then like when you go back to, was it this guy?
Yeah, it's that one.
All right. Well, once you go back to this guy, you just run this. This is boilerplate. This is boilerplate. The only thing that changes is this guy, whatever name you're gonna name it. This is also boilerplate, but make sure you have the right number. And then this is also the, it's gonna be different, but this is how the syntax is. This is like the output. And then once you end it with a quotation, that's everything Python. Now you're gonna do Tableau labels. So those exact labels, the arg1.
Did they just shit on our yard? They left?
You're gonna have to put in all these different labels. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And then that's it. And let's actually look at this other one to see like, oh, how can you change it? So let's look at the coding. Let's look at the unhide. Or I already unhid it. It's right here. Okay. So after you actually run the Python, what you have to do, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna let's look at this one.
Got it.
All right, it's pretty long, but it's pretty much it's pretty much the same thing, right?
Yeah.
You see it? It's the same thing. There's 12 arguments, so but in different things, but the same thing in essence. So yeah, like one last part. Let's look at that file, the Python file. Whatever we did here, you know, like the filangling that we did, you're gonna have to do it. the other guy.
Desktop, Paul.
Okay, I don't know why I'm doing this.
It's okay. I know. My kids are like trying to talk to me. I'm like, go away.
Okay, is it this one?
Yeah, it's that one.
And I just got confused with the Chrome.
I know. I don't know why it shows Chrome. I don't know why.
You can make it as a default. I think you have to make this as a default. Okay. So it's pretty much the same thing. Let's just look at the.
You gotta trust, yeah.
All right. So you can edit this on your own. And then when you go look at it's the same logistic regression as well as Gaussian naive Bayes with the gradient booster. Those are the 3 algorithms that you have to do it with. Those are pretty common. They go along together. When you're trying to do some classification, those are pretty good. But there's other ones though. Obviously, there's SVM, right? Like doing support vector machine, whatever. Okay, so as you can see, it's the same thing, right? The only thing that changes are the labels, right?
Okay.
And then the naming, which is pretty easy. But yeah, try it out with another type of disease. I don't know, maybe Corona. I don't know.
Freaking coronavirus.
There are a lot of those happening. Like there's a lot of people trying to figure out how to, diagnose it using machine learning.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those things like I feel like you can really master, like, because it's really the same thing. And then I know we didn't really do unsupervised. We didn't do deep learning, but you guys did though, right?
I think we did.
Okay, we can probably touch on deep learning later on. We could obviously touch on machine learning still. If you want to cover like other types of algorithms. But
Okay.
let me know if you want to do something with TensorFlow or Keras. I think Keras is actually the one that everyone uses. But maybe what did you want to do for the next one?
I don't know. I have to see. I have to see what the homework in the project is. So.
Okay. What are you guys on now? Your machine learning homework, is that the one that's next, or?
Yeah, I think that one's next.
Okay, that's actually fun. Okay, I'll take a look at that and maybe I'll kind of tie that in with Keras.
Okay.
Okay. Does this time work for you?
Yeah, this time works.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's either like because my other client is on at the same time, but maybe you want to do if she's on this time, maybe 5, maybe.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too.